guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers 1986 Deluxe Class Arcee, a character that appeared in the 1986 film, her first appearance in any Transformers continuity, and was a really nice character in that film, and in this toy is even just as nice as she was. So in this video, we're going to be taking a look at Arcee. We're going to take a look at the transformation, one-out box art and stuff, and how I got this figure and where to find this figure. So I got this figure at Walmart for around 17 bucks. She was a 2-pack that came with the Studio Series Sideways, and those two figures are really great. They're mostly figures that Hasbro had a majority of, and then they kind of shipped them all to Walmart, and like Walmart was like, okay, we'll sell them, and then Hasbro was like, okay, cool, and so yeah, I never picked up this figure, so I'm glad I did, and I'm glad I picked up Sideways, and honestly, I do not regret picking up these figures. So without further ado, let's take a look at this figure's backdrop first. Starting off here, we have the backdrop, the same backdrop that we initially saw for Blur, and then moved on to Perceptor, then Arcee, and Ultra Magnus later on, and I'm pretty sure Dinobot Snarl. And then here's the box. Now the box does look kind of funky, is because the backdrop's not inside. But the reason I have the backdrop off is because Arcee is such a wider character that she'll just get lost in the review station. So I'm gonna leave this in the background and probably the box as well. So yeah, we get a nice product CGI animation render right here, 8616. Here's the side profile of the box. Here's the back profile. She transforms in 18 steps. Her iconic movie scene is the Battle of Autobot City. It says, when the Decepticons launch their attack, Arcee converts Autobot City. So in that scene, the city starts to transform to defend itself against the Decepticons. And right here we get a complete shot of Arcee. And unfortunately for my copy of the box, there is like some black little mark right there. Maybe the paint chipped off, I'm not sure. But unfortunately, it just kind of looks bad. But it doesn't look that bad. So I'm just going to be having the box like this all the time. So yeah, that was this figure's box. Now the figure itself is actually a retool of a 2014 mold of Arcee. However, the only difference between this mold and the 2014 mold is that the 2014 mold had I don't think it had race rotation, and it looks kind of different. So this figure borrows qualities from 2014 and from the most recent generations, the Kingdom Arcee. So yeah, I personally think this is the best Hasbro can do, as Arcee has the most difficult robot form and the most difficult, what's it called, vehicle form, as she's a like kind of like a Barbie body. She has like the body of a Barbie, and she transforms into a sleek car, so it's kind of hard. And the character design in general, she never had kibble, so it's really hard to get rid of that backpack on the back. But this is as best as Hasbro can do. Now I see that this figure is starting to get lost somewhere in the lighting, so just bear with me. This figure does have more than meets the eye. I do like the head joint. Not gonna lie, it could look very up. It could look really up. It could look down. It could tilt side to side. It could look left and right, do the full 360 if you wanted to. She has a ball joint on the arm, so that has infinite range of motion. Past 90-degree bend at the elbow. Fortunately, no wrist rotation. She does have a bicep rotation, so I do like that. She comes with one accessory, being this blaster right here. Looks very similar to her blaster in Kingdom and the Kingdom figure itself. So I think that Arcee looks really cool. She has a waist rotation. She has leg rotation. She could do the splits if you wanted to. She could go back to that far, front to the far. Uh, past 90, a little past 90-degree bend at the knee, and then around probably 180 range of motion on the foot. So yeah, this figure's articulation is a lot. This figure has a fair amount of articulation, and I believe she also has these ankle rocker joints. So yeah, so this figure is really articulated, more than Studio Series Cup and other figures that lack that foot articulation. So yeah, that was Arcee. Now let's see how she scales with other Transformers. The main character of the 1986 film, Hot Rod here. And we can see Hot Rod from Arcee. We can see Arcee and Hot Rod scale. Arcee is a deluxe, Hot Rod was a small Voyager. So I think this is accurate. And this is how they appeared in the show, and I do like how they do look like next to one another. Here we have Studio Series Cup, Studio Series Blur, Spike Witwicky, and Autobot Wheelie, and obviously Big Papa himself, Optimus Prime, soon to be replaced by the Commander class later this year. The Bumblebee movie Arcee, so far the best Arcee design I've ever seen in history. And finally, the Kingdom slash Earthrise Arcee. Now I brought this one in because we can see there is no similarity between the two. This one was released in like 2019, and this mold was released in 2014, where it's reissued in 2021, I believe. But we can see how drastic it has changed. This figure borrows no components or parts from this figure whatsoever, and I think Hasbro took a step in the right direction into making this character for this line. This one was just atrocious transforming. While this one was so much better, it's not the best transformation, but it's way better than this hunk of crap. So I do like this one. They both have their ups and downs. I did like that this one the legs do feel a little bit more articulate than these ones, but I did notice that this one has better footwork. So yeah, personally, it comes to personal preference. Whichever one you prefer. I personally prefer the new one and not this old one. So one major difference between this Arcee and the old one is that this Arcee feels more of a transformer than the other one did. The other one felt like a shell former that the entire car form could literally hang off her back, or you could literally detach it from her and have like the Arcee and the car, which was kind of neat. But personally, I think this is better. This is the right Arcee, the right direction to go, and really good. So transformation wise, the first thing you're gonna have to do is lift up her breastplate right here. You're gonna tilt her head down, lift her breastplate, and then put her head inside herself. And move this up, and then we're gonna close this right here, and then we're gonna leave that right there. Then we're gonna rotate this all the way in. We're gonna shimmy the hands inside the front part of the car. So they're just gonna slide in. They don't really connect or anything. They just slide in. So kind of lazy on Hasbro's part, but it's I feel like it's better than clipping on. Then we are going to put our attention toward the waist region. We're gonna lift this region right here. We're gonna flip her entire torso like this, and then rotate it like this. So then now she looks really tall and her skeleton's popping out. So after that, you are going to go put your attention right here. Then you're gonna rotate this region right here, like so. Gonna rotate this. But before you do that, open this panel right here. Rotate that. There are two little panels right here that you're gonna fold down like this. Just leave them like this for now. And then after that, you are going to make sure they do fold out like this and like that. And then we can already see where they're gonna connect. So yeah, don't be afraid around this figure that you're gonna break it. This plastic does feel kind of cheaper than the plastic used here. I'm not so sure why, but don't worry, it's not gonna break. Then you're gonna put the waist down right here. Put her toes up. Rotate the entire leg. Make sure the leg does connect. Well, it won't connect because there's no tab. And then there are two tabs on each leg that'll go inside this little slot right here. And then once you have these two aligned, it's just a matter of direction where you're gonna put this, and it's just gonna fall inside there. Gonna connect this right here as well, and then connect this right here as well. And with all that being done, here you have Arcee somewhat transformed. Wait, hold on. This has not connected, so you're gonna have to try to put it in. It's kind of hard to put in sometimes. So yeah, that's one of the gripes I do have around this Arcee design. The same thing happened with Kingdom, that the Arcee figure didn't want to fold or anything properly, but fortunately for this figure actually did fold really nice. And there you go, you have Arcee fully transformed into her Cybertronian car form. I personally think it looks nice. It does give me some sort of Barbie vibe to it. I'm not sure why. Also, Barbie and Transformers were both big toy companies around the same time. So yeah, I'm pretty sure maybe they took inspiration from Barbie or something. I don't know why. I feel like they did. But yeah, I really do like how this actually connects and stuff. It looks really nice. I won't be bringing in the Kingdom version for comparison because that figure was just atrocious just to transform, and this one was kind of a hassle as well. So I won't be bringing that one in. Now to incorporate the weapon, her weapon does go inside a little hole right there. So you're just gonna put that thing inside her, and then and then just put it in right there, and you can literally have her transformed on her display stand like so. So yeah, personally, I think it was really great. It was a really great transformation, better than the last one. As far as a comparison goes, I brought in the Studio Series 40 Shatter, probably one of the worst figures in my collection, against one of the more decent figures in my collection, Arcee. So I brought these two figures in as they are both female characters and they both exist in the Bumblebee movie universe. But I brought them in just to see how big Arcee is. So if you do own this figure, it's around the same size, around 4 inches. And I will bring in another figure in just a moment, being the Cybertronian version of Bumblebee here. I do like how Bumblebee and Arcee do scale. I'm pretty sure if they focused on this design for the Bumblebee film Arcee, I'm pretty sure this would look really cool. I do like Arcee's car form. I really do like it. I don't know why. It even gives me some sort of limo vibes and stuff. So yeah, I personally think this was a really good way to go. We can see we have the Autobot logo right here. We have that faithful G1 design, that little tail fin at the top. I do like it. And this piece won't tab in for some reason. But yeah, we can see the wheels are on gray plastic. So yeah, basically this figure is all pink and white. Nothing really major happens with this figure. So yeah, let me tell me what you thought about this figure, and I will give you my final thoughts. So some final thoughts for the Transformers Studio Series 86-16 Arcee. I personally think that this is a must-have figure if you're going to complete your 1986 collection. Or if you just want a G1 collection in general, you always need a female character just to stand out from the rest. Arcee was probably a 10, but I'm giving this figure probably a 7, or because like this figure I feel like there could be a little bit more done. After all, it is a reused mold from 2014, and I'm not shaming it or anything. I think it was the right direction to go. At least we didn't get that junk from 2020 or 19, thank God. But I'm really happy that we got this mold and not an older one, and I think this one suits better. The paintwork on this one is better. Like literally, look at the faces between this one and the old one. It is honestly night and day between both figures. This one has so much more paint. It looks like a lot. This character is brought to life, while the other one looked like it was just there, just sitting there on the shelf. So yeah, personally, I think you should get this figure. You could get them at Walmart for around 17 bucks. And the two packs, she comes with Arcee, and there's multiple two packs at Walmart still available as of the time I post this video. There's like multiple ones, like there's a Wheeljack and Perceptor one. I'm gonna buy that one and then sell the Wheeljack or something. And yeah, I'm gonna buy that figure and continue on with the collection. So tell me what you thought of this figure. If you picked her up, are you gonna pick her up? Do you plan to, or are you gonna pass? I personally see a lot of people passing on this figure, but honestly, I think you shouldn't. If you want a female character to stand out, I recommend this figure. So that about wraps up my video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, leave a comment, and until my review, I'll see you then. Thank you for watching.